Hello, sorry, I had an issue with the live stream for a few moments. I think maybe you can see me right now. Okay, so let's start with Bitcoin. We have a new weekly close, and well, Bitcoin actually is doing something like it's not healthy anymore. I think I was bullish for almost 6 months right now, but I think the rest of the year Bitcoin is gonna be bearish. Um, the reason is simple. Technically speaking, right now we have potential buy signal forming here for Bitcoin, as you can see here, but we don't have confirmation yet. And the reason is simple, is because we have different time frames with different actually various variance in weekly chart. So any close below $29,600, I would say Bitcoin actually I am looking for $27,000 to be tested. But if Bitcoin tests again this area, I think this time is gonna break down and it's gonna maybe test around $23,000 in the long term. Why I'm saying this is because this is not healthy anymore. Bitcoin actually should keep just pumping like this like a crazy, but actually that didn't happen, and Bitcoin is just wasting time here. Now, technically speaking here, yes, I mean, you can say, well, potentially we have a buy signal, potentially, yes, but the close is very important here. So I think Bitcoin right now in higher time frames is a little bit dangerous. I think Bitcoin is not something like I would like to buy right now here. Just waiting for me the pullback, and maybe the last 3 months of this year, maybe I will start looking for maybe to buy again in a spot. Okay, so let's continue with FIDE chart. FIDE chart we have now up. Well, this is a pretty powerful setup right now. Here we have a better variance here forming in FIDE chart, as you can see here. So the thing here is like with this setup right now, and Bitcoin actually is lazy right now in weekly chart in higher time frames. For me, it's like this, right? It's gonna be like this, and that's it. It's gonna be like this, where the first level is gonna be $27,000. But if I am realistic, I will start looking for maybe 24K and maybe around actually 20. Let me show you here. We have the 3-day chart. We have better variance. We have the confirmation here. ADX negative here. Volatility contraction is to the downside. You know what? This setup is looking more like the crash of Corona actually right now. If I remember, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but reminds me a lot. This price action actually is looking very similar like this one. Bitcoin was here in sideways and after a major crash. Of course, I am not saying that kind of things right now. Actually, I am looking for a potential I mean, for me, it's gonna be a buy opportunity, but the game is very simple. Any close below $25,000, game over for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will hit 20K again. The thing here is like we have a better variance, three strikes of better variance. We have a very powerful setup right now here in 3-day chart, and it's something I cannot ignore, of course, in the long term, right? So this is not healthy. OBV also is showing your weakness right now here, and also 3-day chart, 2-day chart is the same thing. 1 to 3 strikes of better variance. We have better variance. This is not healthy anymore. And also, as I said before, better variance if the chart is just about time. I think Bitcoin will hit maybe $27,000, and I think based on, of course, probabilities, looks like Bitcoin is gonna break down. Breaking 27, I think 25, of course, we will see a bounce, but that bounce is going to be a sell and continuation to the downside. I am not bullish like before because Bitcoin, instead of just keep pumping, is just wasting time. And this price action, I mean, when I say the crash or potential crash, is because volatility in higher time frames is very low. Look at this. 5-day chart volatility contraction here, 3-day chart volatility super contracted here, 2-day chart is, well, we don't have the volatility here, but 1-day chart here, we have volatility contraction here. So the question is like, okay, technically speaking here, we have potential a buy signal forming, yes. With this close right now, well, there is no buy signal. So the thing here is like, I am still looking for long positions in 1-day chart. Remember, it's 10 days, just 10 days, that's it, no more than that, okay? 5-day chart is for the next, the rest of the year, 3 months or something like that. So the thing here is like, you're looking, okay, short right now. No, you want to short this thing, you wait for the bounce. Looks, there is a very good chance this bounce, if we see this bounce, is going to be a sell opportunity, and after that you will see finally continuation to the downside. So the thing here is like just few times. I think the last time when I saw this setup was in 2021, in when Bitcoin actually was here around $69,000. We have better variance in when the chart to the chart to the chart for the chart, weekly chart, all of them with volatility contraction, and after that, 1 year Bitcoin just. I mean, you know what happened, right? So the thing here is that I can see right now Bitcoin is doing something very similar. So the thing here is like if Bitcoin technically speaking, using just the trend, is still in uptrend. Yes, we should start. We should just formally speaking, the only trade right now is just long position, and that's it. Is the only thing we have to do. The thing here is like based on the macro timeframes, I will be very careful here. Of course, I am looking for long. Actually, I was in long position this weekend. I was in $29,000, 650, and I closed around 30K. Why? Very, very small trade, you see, like just 1%, 2% move. But when Bitcoin is doing this, like it's not moving, as you can see here, here, my friend, is when we have to be here. You understand? Not when Bitcoin is moving. Actually, when Bitcoin is not moving, is actually where we want to. Especially in my case, I wanna be. I wanna stay just watching the charts because I know a massive move is coming. In average, every month, every 2 months, Bitcoin likes to do something like that. So the thing here is like be careful with this because if we see a bounce, actually I'm looking for a bounce. Yes, in when the chart, that bounce is gonna be a sell, and in some point I am looking for these macro timeframes playing the better. The most concerning one is 5-day chart. Historically speaking, every time when we have a better variance in this time frame is nasty. I mean, let me show you here. We have here also in weekly chart as well, and from here to here, and now we have the same setup here. Same setup. In average, the crash or the drop, the correction is around 50%. I am not looking for any more for $37,000. As I said before, it's just about time, right? I said it like 1 month ago. I am not looking for that anymore. Okay, I think looking for 34, 30, 37, 40K, I think this year is not realistic anymore. Bitcoin is just wasting time. You can say, but Bitcoin is in uptrend. In a very, very healthy weekly uptrend and breakout, this thing should be, if we follow the technical analysis in weekly chart, Bitcoin must do something like this. Let me show you. Something like this. And after that, yes, here, if it's still above the MA55, yes, of course, we can say yes, it's in uptrend. And there we will see the next leg up in the next 3 months, something like that. But honestly, I don't think that is going to happen. What now is looking for me, right? Is this is looking, well, sometimes I don't say too much this so very often, but let me show you here. The dots you have here, the dots is the whole moving average. It's not for trading. I mean, you cannot use it as support or resistance, but it's gonna tell you the momentum. And one thing is like when you see the whole moving average above of the price, I mean the candle, well, the momentum is gonna turn negative. Usually it's like that, right? If, for example, you see this here, right? The dots are below, right, the candles, and after that, when finally the dots are printing above the candle, what happened after that? You see? Again, same principle here. The dots are above here, and after that, you see the dots are above here, the candles, and after that, what happened? Now, I think now you got the point, right? You can apply the same principle in for longs, right? Of course, you will not catch the bottom, right? It is just the momentum. So the thing here is like, if we apply the same rule here, in the moment when the candle is the dot is above the candle, what happened after that with the price? You see, a correction. And now we have this week the first dot above the candle. So there is a very good chance this is gonna do something like this in August, September, and you know what? This is looking more like a bull trap right now. Okay, of course, I am hoping to be wrong, honestly, but well, when I'm trading, I don't have hope. I am not like, oh my God, yes, please, please, please. No, this is based on the probabilities. And when I was studying the chart of Bitcoin, there are just few times actually in the history of Bitcoin we have this setup. Actually, the only place I saw something like this is like here. Bitcoin tested the ME55, and after a bounce here, and after that major drop. So just I'm saying, right? Based on my experience, this is looking very interesting because looks like something similar could happen if Bitcoin breaks the ME55. If Bitcoin breaks the ME55 in weekly chart, not only is gonna break the ME55 in monthly, it's gonna test actually the ME55 in in weekly chart in monthly as well. So technically speaking, this chart is still healthy, right? As you can see here, but something you don't want to see, and doesn't matter the time frame, right? You don't want to see just in sideways here. You want to see continuation here. So same thing, $18,000, $28,000 in the monthly. We have 7 days left. So if you see Bitcoin closing about below $28,000 this month, yes, we will see correction in August to $25,000. And I have to say this right now. I'm smelling a bull trap, you know? It's very interesting to say this, but looks like, I mean, this is not technical analysis. This is just based on my experience after many years doing this. I can smell a bull trap in the monthly, you know? So you want to see confirmation, just wait for any weekly close below the ME55 around $25,000. Remember, 25K is actually the key level. Any close below there, game over. Game over, and that's it. And you will see Bitcoin at 20K again. So remember, the last 6 months I was very bullish, but remember something many people they forget is about timing. Timing is extremely important, right? I said it 6 months ago. Now, of course, the picture is different. Now, let me show you something else. I'm gonna use a classic RSI here because, well, many people they are very familiar with this indicator. In my case, I don't use it. When I started trading many years ago, I was using RSI, not anymore. So the thing here is like, technically speaking, about the 50 level, actually, you can read my blog. My blog. I wrote an article about RSI and actually how to use it. At least my way of how I use RSI. As long as RSI is about this 50 line, technically speaking, is in the bull market, or technically speaking, the only thing we have to do is looking for longs. So even if we see Bitcoin crashing or dropping, as long as the RSI is about 50 level, at least in my case, I am looking for long-term positions to the upside. Okay, do you understand? So if for any reason, for example, in August, this thing breaks the 50 level, we are gonna have an issue. So the thing here, let me show you here the weekly chart. Weekly chart here there is something very interesting here with RSI. We have a bearish divergence as well, as you can see from this point and this point and this point and this point. Let me show you here. So we have a bearish divergence here. We have a bearish divergence here, right? So weekly chart is extremely important here. We have a bearish divergence in many time frames, in macro time frames. So if you are thinking Bitcoin will hit 40K or something like that, maybe you are right. But the probabilities to say Bitcoin will do it, according to my system of trading, they are almost maybe 10%. So you're right. That's good. I mean, maybe you have another system. Of course, that's fair, right? Maybe you have another way of running. Perfect. But in my case, with my system of trading, I don't see Bitcoin anymore at 35, 37, 40, whatever. I don't think so. I think Bitcoin finally is getting ready for something people they are not expecting. What? Crashing as usual, right? So as you can see here, we have a better variance here, but the same rule, as long as Bitcoin is in weekly basis above the 50 level, we are technically speaking in a bull market, or the first phase of the bull market. Let me explain a little bit more what is the phase number 1, the phase number 2, and the phase number 3, because as again, many traders, they don't know this. And honestly, me too. I learned this by experience, but let me show you here. First of all, here, as you can see here, we have a massive uptrend here in Bitcoin in 2021, right after the Corona crash, as you can see here. And after that, what happened? Sideways for more than 1 year, something like that, right? And after that, the trend is your friend, and the trend, well, to the downside, correction, right? Here we repeat the same thing. First of all, the first step is we have to see reversals. reversal, what does that mean? What I'm trying to say this, well, we'll see a reversal here, reversing the, reversal. The trend is, it was in downside, now it's looks like it's in upside. And we have to wait for the retracement, something like this. And the most healthy thing can do Bitcoin right now is just staying sideways here without losing the MI55, right? Without losing the MI55, sideways maybe 3 or 4 months. And this is the second phase. The second phase here is like consolidation. As long as Bitcoin is above the MI55, this is consolidation. Any close below there, remember, any close below the MI55, Bitcoin is not in a bull market, not yet. And this is going to be just a massive bull trap. If you ask me, right now, based on my experience, I can smell right now, actually, macro bull trap. This is looking more like a bull trap now. So in higher time frames. So if I am right with this, potentially my technical analysis I posted in October 2022, maybe it's gonna be right. But it could be right. Like Bitcoin could hit around 10K. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying Bitcoin is gonna hit 10K. Honestly, I think the bottom is already in. But you need to understand something. The market is unpredictable. We have to trade based on probabilities, right? So I'm still thinking Bitcoin actually found the bottom. Technically speaking, yes, it's possible. But there are things like warnings, like for me, I want to see in the market. First of all, I want to see Bitcoin holding the MI55. And after that, if we have a buy signal there, yes, we will see continuation to the upside. This pivot right now, let me show you here. This pivot around 26 and $25,000. That is the pivot. For me, is the key level for Bitcoin. Any close below there, monthly, weekly chart is going to be destroyed, and you will see Bitcoin at 20K and potentially lower prices this year. So, but as long as Bitcoin is about this green box, following the rules of my system of trading, I am still looking for longs. I am still bullish but defensive. I'm not all in, that kind of shit. No, I am just defensive. Okay, so this box now, as you can see here, technically speaking, as long as the RSI is above 50 level, technically speaking, any drop you see, we see for Bitcoin, that could be a buy opportunity. Okay, as long as this white line is here, the RSI is above this white line, is like that, at least following my system of trading. So now let's talk about the short-term time frames. Okay, now this is the macro time frames. So you're thinking you're long-term, right? You are thinking to buy Bitcoin right now and hold for 2-3 years. You can do that you want, but in my case, I am using my skills as a trader to buy in the long term, because one thing is investing, other thing is trading, right? But if you know how to trade and you use your skills for trading, you can apply all the skills you got from trading for investing. I think it's a good, very, very powerful combination. So, okay, let's talk about the short term. First of all, in one day chart, we have a fake out here. Bitcoin was forming here a buy signal, but well, now it's gone. And the slope is negative here. So there is a very good chance finally Bitcoin is going to break down and you will see the MI55 tested. This time, honestly, I don't see Bitcoin holding the MI55. I think if we see this move based on volatility, we will see Bitcoin breaking to maybe around $28,000 if we see this breakdown. So careful here, because someone asked me in the comments, it's time to buy what? Please specify the time frame, because in one day chart, I don't think so. I think we will have to wait a little bit more. Now let's talk about the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, as you can see here. This is a major resistance, as you can see here. Volume profile is here, you see. No, thank you. I was in long position exactly here, and I opened here and I closed around here. As you can see here, and after that, Bitcoin again is dropping. So with this setup right now here, well, we have here a 4-hour sell signal in progress right now here. So if you want to buy here, you will have to wait. There is no buy signal even in 4-hour chart. So that is the thing I'm trying to say. So because there is no buy signal in 4-hour chart, and 1-day chart, of course, not yet. The only thing we can do, at least in my case, I will just watch Netflix and just relax, right? You want a short, you can do it, you want, but the short was here, right? Here, because now, right now, there is not a break. So Bitcoin now is playing just ping pong, right? Where here is the resistance and here is the support. So you want to open a short position here. Well, I think you need to learn and you need to practice more about trading, right? Because you cannot do that, right? Very simple rule. Don't short the support, right? If you want to short this thing, you have to wait for something like this, right? It's breaking down here, making a new low. After the bounce, testing the resistance and continuation, right? So here, no thank you, no shorts for me, okay? In my case, if I have to trade this, it's gonna be another long opportunity for me, right? But today I will just relax because there is no entry. I am not rushing. Okay, so let's continue. I'm gonna continue with Bitcoin USD dominance. Remember, if you're new in this live stream, USD dominance is the contrarian indicator I am using for Bitcoin. The theory is very simple. When USDT is a stable coin, right? The stable coin is bullish. That means, well, people, they are selling cryptocurrencies and they are accumulating USDT, okay? When USDT is bearish, of course, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are bullish. So let me show you here. We have here a weekly chart testing the MI55 here and still holding here. The thing here is like in weekly basis, we still have this sell signal, but I showed you last time, right? We show you more long-term. This is looking, this thing is still holding and it will keep holding here maybe for all the rest of the month and also August. So the thing here is like when you see the seller line testing here, yes, for USD dominance, and this thing is about the MI55, game over for Bitcoin. So right now, weekly basis, still I'm looking for a big move, but let's talk about the 1-day chart. In 1-day chart, what is this? We have a bullish divergence here. We have a bullish divergence in 1-day chart. You see from this point and this point, this point and this point, as you can see here, we have a bullish divergence here, testing the MI55 here, but there is a very good chance this thing is gonna break. If you see the break to the upside, the next target is gonna be around 70.60. So that is telling me Bitcoin is gonna just break down. If you see that happening in USD dominance, you will see, I think, yes, $28,000, 300, 400 to be tested, the first level. But honestly, I would start looking for 26, 25,000. If you see, remember what I said before, key level for Bitcoin, this area. Bitcoin cannot lose this area in any time frame. If you see this area broken, for example, you see $24,000, game over, and you will see 20. That's it, and maybe lower prices. So let's talk about the stock market right now. I'm gonna move to the stock market because now the stock market is showing something very interesting. This is a big warning for all my friends that are in the stock market because they love, right, the stock market. Okay, that's good. Let me show you here. We have a massive uptrend, yes. Actually, good call. My target hit after 6 months, something like that. Remember, I said here, got, okay, perfect, right? Perfect. Okay, good. Good. Now, all in. No, of course not. Let me show you here. We don't have a better variance, okay? Good. ADX is still positive here. Let me delete this indicator here because I don't use it. Okay, so let me show you here. We don't have better variance. ADX is still positive. Volatility contraction here. And you ask me right now, is bullish? Yes, of course, it's still bullish. Should I buy? No, never. At least not in my case, right? I have a rule. I don't buy in the previous high. Never, never, never. The buy was here. The buy was here. You had actually plenty of time to buy, but you didn't. Maybe, okay. The thing here is like there is a very good chance, based on, of course, what I saw after a long time is like usually you will see something like this, right? You will see like this, a little bit higher here. Newbies will open long positions because new highs, new ATA, bull market is here to the moon, right? And after that, this thing is gonna be in sideways a little bit, and after that, pull back, killing all the newbies here. And here, my friend, in the future, of course, maybe in December, November this year, we will see an opportunity to enter again, and after that, continuation to the upside. Is bullish? Yes. And I didn't say this today, like months ago, because we have a monthly buy signal. Remember what I said here. long time ago, I said, hey, I know we have a pandemic, right? We have the economy, the banks, all the shit you can see in social media. I want you, if you have time, please learn my post, my blog, because in that blog I am talking about psychology of trading. Yeah, it's basically like you need to understand like all the things you see in social media is garbage. Actually, it's totally wrong because when, for example, I'm gonna explain about this later. But the thing here is like I know maybe people say, oh my god, the market is gonna crash, and I said no. Technically speaking, based on probabilities, I don't care the recession, I don't care the Fed, I don't care whatever. You can see shit about it. Here is to the upside. That's it. That's it. And now you can see it. Oh, but what happened with the recession? It's because the recession, the inflation, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care even. I don't know even the number of the inflation. Who cares? In my case, no. Mm-hmm. Because I am a technical trader, right? Yeah. So if you are the guy who has many Discord groups, like 20, following crypto signals, crypto this, crypto that, crypto news, this and that, my friend, you are doing everything totally wrong. At least in my opinion. No, that is not the way of trading. That is gambling. Okay. So the thing here is like right now here, this is bullish, yes. Is bullish, yes. Should I buy right now here? No. No, thank you. Never. No. If you want to buy this thing, you will have to wait maybe in monthly basis, you will have to wait a couple years. Not now. Okay, so let's continue. And let's continue. You have any requests? Please let me know. Okay, let's talk about Tesla. Tesla in 1-day chart and 4 hour. Okay. Okay. Tesla. What is Tesla? Tesla. Okay, good. Tesla in monthly. Okay. Monthly, you didn't ask me for monthly, right? So, okay, let's talk about in 1-day chart. In 1-day chart, we have a better variance where now it's too late. I mean, for a short position, now it's too late. I will start looking for this point around 240, around there, and that's it. Because the trend is your friend. So from this point is like this, okay? In the future, of course, right? Technically speaking, it should be like this in the 1-day chart. Around here, between 225 and 240. Okay, so in the 1-day chart right now, and looking for shorts right now, no, the short actually was around maybe almost 280, something like that. Let me see. Yes, around here 280 actually was the short. Now we don't have a better variance in, no, we don't have here better variance from this point. Let me see. Okay, it's too far maybe. We don't have better variance in OBB, so I will be careful here. I will start looking for a bounce here in 1-day chart. Let me see the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart here, we have 1, 2, 3 stacks of better variance that I hit. There is no trade. I will start looking for longs, at least in the short term, not shorts. Let's talk about the weekly chart. Let's see. Weekly chart, we don't have a better variance here. Of course, we will see a pullback from all the stock market, I think. We will see a pullback, yes. But that pullback, I think, is going to be a buy opportunity because we don't have better variance here. And one of my rules to start looking for, I mean, like closing my positions in the long term, I have to see better variance in any time frame. For example, if you see a better variance in 1-day chart, yes, that is a good signal. Like maybe it's time to close your position, right? But it depends, right? All the traders, we are different. In my case, I am a swing trader. I am not a scalper, okay? I am not a scalper. So you are looking for here like, oh my God, let's try 5 minutes. No. Really, for me, time is very important. So I don't want to waste my time and my life just watching 5-minute chart, just gambling. I never meet a guy who actually in 5-minute chart, professional. I mean, I'm talking professional guys, traders. Like actually, they are making money in the long term in 5 minutes. No, actually, all of them, they got wrecked. The reason is because it's very stressful. I think in my case, that's why I decided to trade from 4-hour chart to 1-day chart and more, right? Because I want to have time for me, of my family, whatever. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue with Ethereum, right? Because, for example, Ethereum is one of them. It was looking for actually, I think 2 weeks, right? The last time when I saw Ethereum. Okay, let me see here. Okay, Ethereum, when you see moving average like this, super contracted here. Let me show you here. Bitcoin here. I need to know how to hide. I want to know how to hide the candles, but never mind. The thing here is like here, when you see moving averages like this, all of them contracted, almost flat. That means volatility is super contracted, and you will see a massive move, massive move. And of course, with my system trend, you can see it. Let me show you here. Volatility contraction is telling you moving averages they are contracting, right? Of course, you can see it when you learn about price action, you will see this very easy, but actually it will take years if I am very realistic. So the thing here is like volatility contraction like this thing is about to explode. The question is to the upside or to the downside, okay? So right now, if you ask me right now, is it still to the downside? Yes, but maybe 2-3 weeks more. The reason is because when you see the seller line testing here, and this thing is not crashing, not yet, eventually you will see something like this, right? A buy signal, something like this. So if you see that here, a buy signal here, and this is crossing the seller line, and this thing is not crashing, well, in some point, it's gonna be like this, sideways here, and after that to the upside, right? So right now, not yet, is not ready, but it's gonna be ready soon. Now the question is if Bitcoin has the same setup, and I don't think so. Bitcoin is showing something different. No, technically speaking, still, as I said before, I am looking for actually a drop to $28,000, and from there potential bounce, maybe yes. Okay, so let's continue with Disney. And I think that's it after that, because I don't see people it's very interesting. When the market is not very bullish and it's not moving, the live stream is dead. When the market is moving, or 50, 60 people connected, right? And it's totally normal. I'm very happy with that. You know why? Because I prefer quality. Okay, so let me show you here. One thing. This month, so in a few days, I think I started this channel almost 2 years ago. Wow, it's an anniversary. Okay, I'm gonna do something. Let me think. Okay, so let's see. Disney. Where is Disney? Never mind. Disney. Okay, here. Okay, as expected here, you see, Disney is making a new low, and it's fine because I'm looking for a bullish divergence here in weekly chart. So let me see the 1-day chart. 1-day chart here. For me, it's still a buy, my friend. It's a buy, this thing. We have now obvious bullish divergence for me here. For me, it's a buy. You see? Bullish divergence here. Yeah. This thing is not for shorting. This thing is actually for buying in the long term. It will take months, yes, but that is a setup. What I can say is this like this. This is like this. That's it. It's the only thing I can tell you right now. Okay, we go to weekly chart. Yes, we have 1, 2, 3 strikes of potential bullish divergence. The only thing I don't like is the volume. Volume is not very good. But that doesn't mean like, well, this thing is not gonna pump. Of course it's gonna pump, but you cannot think like from here to the moon. No, actually, if we see this bounce this year, in some point this year, maybe maximum $100, 110 around there, no more than that, because there is no volume. But shorting here is for me is very stupid. I mean, all this thing, all this move here, all this for me is a value opportunity. Of course, the risk management is actually very easy here, because you see here, for example, Disney at maybe 80, even now 75, something like that. Yes, I will start looking, maybe taking losses, because from here, if there is nothing to stop Disney just to crash, right? I don't know. But technically speaking, for me, it's still like this. Okay, it's still like that. Well, I think that's it, guys. That's it. Let's see Bitcoin, recap for Bitcoin in 4-hour chart. Let me show you here what Bitcoin is doing. Oh, one moment here. Bitcoin, what is doing in 4-hour chart? Bitcoin is actually in 4-hour chart. There's a sell signal right now here. Bitcoin is playing ping pong right now, but the hint is very simple. Any close in 4-hour chart below 20,500, that is gonna be the hit, the trigger for me to start looking for maybe $28,000, and the long term you will see 25K. So, well, I think that's it for now. It's just ping pong, and well, good luck with your trading. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next live stream.